Yeah, I think the reaction to the Kharg Island bombing, Hena, is something we're seeing develop in real time here in the UAE, where I am. About an hour and a half east, if you were driving towards the Gulf of Oman, there's this port called Fujairah, and we had early reports that a fire had broken out there. I believe a drone was intercepted, according to the local government, and the debris from the drone started a fire. So now the latest we're hearing from there is that some of the oil unloading operations in the port have been suspended for the time being. So this idea that Iran, after Kharg Island was attacked, would continue to go after infrastructure, energy infrastructure, and or vessels trying to get through the all-important Strait of Hormuz seems to be still the story. So last night, everybody was talking about, and we still don't know the answer to this, whether the Kharg Island attack had changed the dynamic here in this conflict, and it might have, but for the time being, we're still seeing attacks. We had a drone debris falling on the facade of a building here in Dubai. Bahrain, you had similar activity there, explosions in Qatar, and you were already talking about what happened at the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad, where we wait for more information. But let's keep a close eye on this port in Fujairah, which is a very important port in the UAE.
Connell, I've spent some time in Dubai, and I remember being taken aback or so impressed with the technology and the wealth of that nation. What are people saying to you as this war is playing out?
I mean, they want it over. I mean, you're right about Dubai, and the funny part about it, and this comes from business leaders, expats. Almost everybody is an expat in Dubai from somewhere else. Almost nobody was born here. Most came from another country. Even though the threat was there, and they're so close to Iran. I mean, if the crow flew from here, it'd be like 75 miles to Iran, I believe. They didn't expect this, and they didn't want this, and now they just want it over. We've been having all these kind of geopolitical conversations. Is the UAE being driven closer to the United States and away from Iran? The people here aren't interested in that. They're just interested in not having the threat of missiles and drones in their own neighborhood. Even though many of them say they feel relatively safe in the city of Dubai, they know the threat is there. And they're worried about their own economy and the effect on the region. Real estate's big here. The airlines are big here. Emirates is like 25% of the GDP. So they want this over.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I think sometimes we lose sight of the human aspect. So you're talking to these people in Dubai. You and I were talking about the attacks in Iran, but talk to me about what's going on in other parts of the Gulf, like Iraq and Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, it's been active. I mean, let's see what happens in Iraq. That's a very big compound that the U.S. has there, and we know that the fire was coming off of the embassy grounds. It looked like a helipad that a missile got through. Nothing yet that I've seen in terms of whether there's any casualties or any kind of injuries at all reported. But Iraq's obviously been a dangerous place, but especially so in recent days in this conflict. It was about 5 days ago the State Department is encouraging people, their non-emergency employees to get out. Saudi Arabia, we had these 5 refueling planes from the United States that were on the ground in the Prince Sultan Air Base that were hit. That was reported to us. Also, the Saudis intercepted 11 drones overnight, in addition to what I talked about here in the UAE and Qatar and Bahrain. So it's been another active night, even after the attacks on Kharg Island by the United States.
All right, Connell McShane in Dubai. Don't go too far. I'm going to come back to you in a moment.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.